Probably first and foremost is separations. That's going to be a standard in the military. Whether the spouse has gone for a week on training or deployed for several months or a year is always tough. I'm amazed when I watch the TV show Survivor and people are crying because they haven't seen their loved ones in 30 days. My wife and I say, 30 days? That's nothing. Try 6 months, try a year. That is part of military service, is that you will pick up and have to go deploy around the world and deal with that. So you need to be prepared for it. It means being strong and being self-sufficient. A spouse being able to run the household independently when the military member is deployed. You have to be prepared for that. And the emotional separation, not that you don't love your spouse as much, but the fact that they are not there every night to talk and to vent and to listen to issues. You need to find other methods. Fortunately now, with email, Twitter, Facebook, there's a variety of methods that you can keep communications back and forth. In the past, when I was a junior officer, it was letters. And I cherish those letters. I still have a box of them. But it was a bittersweet separation every time you had to go. Hardest part also about separations is not knowing. Not knowing what's going on in the military member's life while he or she is deployed. My wife always says, the things I want to know first and foremost, when are you going, when are you coming back, and are you safe? And if she gets the answers to those three, the rest is easy. It's when she doesn't know on the safety issue, when she doesn't know what's going on, that's when the concerns rise. What are you doing? What sort of activities are you involved in? Now, you don't give up operational security. She doesn't need to know everything, but to a comfort level of what's occurring. So not sharing knowledge is one of the first and foremost things that have to occur. Other ones, for a new spouse or girlfriend to realize, the military is a small, tight community. For all that means good and all that means bad. It's a small town. If you're on a base or in a unit, you get very close with the people you're working with. You know their strengths, you know their weaknesses. You know who likes to talk, who doesn't talk, who's shy, who's outspoken, who's opinionated, who's not. And for some people, that intimacy is somewhat disrupting. They can get themselves wrapped up into it very carefully. Others have the emotional distance or the personal strength to step back and understand they can get involved as much or as little as they want of all that. Another one that I find very hard for young spouses is that as they step into the military and embrace a whole new lifestyle and a whole new community, their former friends, their family members won't understand because they haven't experienced it. They haven't been there. They don't understand what they're going through. So you don't have the support group to go back to express your fears about your husband being deployed. They don't get it. Their husband never went away. So they will feign interest for a while, but you may see that they don't fully embrace your concerns, your fears, your issues. Fortunately, the counter to that is you've got the community you've joined. You've got the other spouses who do understand, who are in similar situations, who, if they aren't going through it now, have gone through it before and can commiserate, can discuss the nuances of what a deployment of separation means, and can give that support. And actually, a lot of times, spouses have a great time with that new community because they have that bond of shared hardship. And it brings them tighter and closer, and they can talk about things that they never could with their families or friends at home. But it is hard when you go back. One of the big things about family separations is very unique. This day and age, let me back up. We used to encourage families to go home to their parents, to go back to the communities they came from while their husband or wife was deployed, so they would have a support community. We found that did not work as well. Now we encourage them to stay there, aboard the base, in the community, in the area, so that they have the support groups to talk to, so they have somebody that understands. And that's been a good change and has been very positive. So those are probably some of the hardest parts about stepping into this new and community.